Yeah, that was my cheering team. I started the video off that way. Mila, I promised to tell you hi. Hi, Mila.
Let Mom know I was watching her.
Yeah, my cheering team. That's what they are. Mila wants to see Mama on TV. A lot of times they'll FaceTime me, and she'll be watching and telling me what Mama's doing on the TV. And I told her I'd say hi. I've actually got a couple of videos for her since I get them put together that I think you all will enjoy and she'll enjoy. I went in and got my sunglasses because the sun was out. I'm looking at some stuff in my garden and I'm kind of in shock. I've not really been out here in about 5 days. I've had company here, Sherry. Really didn't do a lot of video, and I don't think while she was here with her. I can't remember now. But I thought I'd better show you how this garden was looking at the beginning stages, or you're not gonna. Kind of a jungle now. I'm gonna have. Wonder what that is over there. I'm gonna go through it. Yeah. And kind of see what's going on, because I was really shocked about a few things. So I think I'll have to get that videoed this evening so I can show you at a later date. But this is just kind of how my mind's been running. It's here and yonder, and I thought I'm trying to get videos to where they make sense, plus not bore you totally to death. I'm having to do some tips and tricks because certain things are happening that not sure why, but we'll talk about that in future videos. And I did solve at least one of my problems. Yeah, and you'll see that. I appreciate each and every one of you. Here are my roosters. I'm going to see what I can go video for you, because I'm in shock in 4 days of what I see. Thank you for watching, and on with a little bit of what I do in the yard. One of my Dollar Tree purchases was these little wire waste baskets. I believe I bought 10 of them. I bought them for my garden. I had, I think, 8 pepper plants in here. And as you can see, only 2 of them have made it. I think the cats have dug into it or laid on them. I put this over right now just to protect them. But I thought for now, I would put the little waste baskets over the ones that aren't as tall. But I was thinking, should I have my husband trim this out and turn them this way? You can't see me, can you? This way over the top with it going through there, and then I could just leave them and they could grow through the basket. Please let me know. I'm fixing to get Eli to get these out of the car, but I have 5 bags of the Miracle-Gro garden soil, all-purpose for in-ground use. Home Depot had it on sale for 5 for $10. And it's 0.75 cubic foot. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, and I went ahead and brought 4 of them home. Of course, I got the next item. I didn't have room for more dirt. I was up here bringing the garbage down, but I thought I'd show you my disaster area. Some of the stuff I'll leave in here because it's pretty. But that right there has to go. I leave this because it kind of looks like monkey grass. I don't think we planted that. But the wildflowers are pretty. That's going to need to go because it'll take over. And I started yesterday or day before pulling these out and got sidetracked. So that has to come out. But what I'm happiest about is look at all this ivy. I've never had so much ivy in this bed. My azalea bloomed. So we're gonna see what I can do with this disaster zone. I'm out here in between the rain. I'm gonna plant these Bonnie Bell green peppers. Bonnie Green Bell sweet peppers. And I'm gonna try to protect them like I put on that one, but now I see some of my leaves are ate on. I'm gonna do my best. I gotta get it straightened out. I turned around and I want you to see all these slugs on my cow. They're loving the cow. Look at this. I was gonna cut it down, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because now I can deal with the ones that are on it. I'm gonna get my slug solution ready. I don't see them in my bed, but they're all over the cow around the bottom. Some big ones too. I winded up having to go in because of the rain. The slugs are still on here. They can have all the kale they want as long as they stay here until I get it out and start planting in this one. My garden's a little off kilter. That one's not in the center. But I went in the house and I cut this one open since that plant was so tall, and I used landscape pins to hold it down. That might be the better way of going, and it'll support the stem later, I think. Just trying stuff different. Not cut any of these yet. I'm gonna see if my mother, now I'm gonna say mother, my husband might have a better solution to it. But this is how it looks so far. And yes, you all are the reasons I have to do this. Yes, you are, but you're worth it. I'm going up to feed the critters before it starts raining again. They're a lively bunch when it rains, or when I'm running later. But I thought I'd share a little bit about tonight's video. If you hear something in the background, it's not a critter. It's my husband. I think he's on his, what do you call it? Bike. But in between the rain, I thought it'd be a good thing to come out here and at least try to get this pulled out. I think for now I'll leave the wild onion, definitely the ivy, but I want to give it a chance to spread. It's already starting to look better. I got all that pulled up. There's still a little bit left in there, but my arms are kind of itching. So I'm going to go in and wash them. And this thing right here, I don't know. It's still alive, but it's so heavy. I'm going to cut it back. And I'm going to go, oh, I got a bug or something on my back. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one back too. And my azalea. That may be my next stop. I keep thinking I'm hearing a little bit of thunder, but I've got my pruners handy. So I'm at least going to try to get this done. Hope I'm doing the right thing. I believe on this project, I'm just about done for the day. It's fixing to rain again. When Eli comes home, I'm going to get him to drag all this stuff across the street. But I do think there's an improvement. Not saying it's perfect. Not saying I'm even done. I've still got some trimming and stuff to take down. But this ivy, I've always wanted some as ground cover. Wondered how it got here, and like I said, I found some in the woods just like it. How it got up here, I have no clue. I'm just happy it did. Today's Friday, May 9th. I've pulled up some things in the yard that were stakes because they kept falling over. But look at this walking onion. It's everywhere. Definitely gonna have to move it, but not right now. And it seems like everything else I planted in here is doing good. The sage, the lemon balm, the chives. My Dollar Tree baskets are at least saving my garden. They're not able to dig all the plants up over here because this is the main part of my garden except for some cucumbers. Yeah, and I hope they do all right. But these cucumbers looked a little yellow even though I did give them some fresh dirt. So I have fertilized today with fish emulsion. This has something to get slugs because I have got slugs in my beds. That pepper's doing really well, except something's eating on the leaves already. So I've got to figure that one out. But they're growing. Some a little slower than others. There's a slug right there, see? I'll get something smaller later. I just grabbed these and used what I found in the yard from last year. These tomatoes are doing great. These are. I need to go in and clip just the leaves that are touching the ground. That's the only things I'm going to worry about. The rest of it, I'm going to let it see what it does. These little tomato plants may or may not make it. That's all right. We're trying. And these tomato plants are a little on the slow side. And you can tell why, if you can see the difference, why I have these in most of my beds. And cucumbers, I hope I get some this year. I will get some this year. Let's be positive. I've got 2 little blooms. Normally I would pick those off till it grew a little bit more, but I'm leaving it. We're just going to see what nature does. But like I said, it's May 9th. These are the reason for all these little baskets, but they're working and you're worth it. Over here, I've got cucumber plants, and I fertilized them this morning because I believe these are the ones I got at Rural King. So I'm trying to give them a chance, and I figured I could drape them over this. My Mediterranean garlic, fixing to bloom out. I left the wild ground cover in here. I might need to pull it out because there's my rose from Yugo that's actually doing well, but the ground cover's kind of taking over, so I'm going to fix that. This is the other rose. It had beautiful blooms. All this got fertilized this morning. Now this back here didn't. Lemon balm. My plants that I got at Yugo. A wild one I replanted last year. I see some ivy I need to get out of here. A fern I took out of the woods. Strawberries. Yeah. Mint. And some more plants that I had picked up at Yugo, and I put a begonia in each one, so hopefully it'll take over. Forget what I planted up there, but it's a growing. Hear the birds and the dogs. I went over here and put a lavender in this container. If you've seen the videos, I did have cats in it, but I thought this way I can move it around when I wanted to. In here, I've got plants that I got at the school, trying to get them to survive. Some cucumbers back there, pepper, and got them enclosed, so hopefully these will work. This is all I have left. Some of it made it, some of it didn't. Marigolds, whether I planted them in the yard or not, these have to be watered this morning. They didn't make it, and I'll show you. Cucumbers in these tubs, and that way if I need to, I can move them. I just planted some of these out of these to see what's going to happen. Tomatoes and a pepper in between. And you can see where something's eating on part of my plants, so got to take care of it. Hostas I planted a couple years ago, I think. It's going to make it. Let me get this Dollar General bag out of here. Don't know how it got in here. Some other plants that flowers. I think most of these came from the school. Same here. Again, something loves my marigolds. And I love marigolds, but something eats them up. Lemon balm. More plants from the school. Another marigold that didn't make it. I don't think any of my marigolds made it this year. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Hi, Mr. Big Bird. Hi, sweetie. There's another one. And these, I did plant flowers in here again. Marigolds got ate up from something. Lemon balm I transplanted. My kitchen garden. And the basil looks like something's been into it. Which, I think that was lemon balm. Yeah, lemon balm that came back from last year. Some other items I planted. That lemon, what is that right there? Hang on. I think that's a thyme. And I don't have the tag. But parsley, sage, another lavender, sage from last year that I have transplanted in there. Again, you can see my marigolds didn't make it. One right there, one right there. But I think the geraniums and the other plant will. And this one just has some mint in it so far. But that's what I've been doing. Got this bed cut back. It looks a lot better. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mr. Pig is going to have some major muscle to get him up. He weighs several hundred pounds. But I did move Baby Pig over here. I think he's happy being out of the bed. I emptied this one out because the lavender only had like one little bitty live thing in it, and so I took it out. That was the lavender I think from last year, and I don't know what I'm putting here. Japanese maples are doing great. Need to really move them. Lavender in this one came back pretty good. I don't know if I'll keep it in here or if I find another place for it and use this tub for something else. But I believe that lavender is going to do pretty well. Then I have mint that's growing in here from, I don't know when I planted it, but it's coming back. That smells so good. This bed looks a lot different. I've cut it way back. Eli's helped me weed it out. Still a few things we probably need to get out, but yeah, like that tulip poplar, that definitely has to go. I had to get my pruners off the hill. So we'll see what happens. That ivy. At one time I was trying to make my whole hill ivy and it never would grow, but this ivy has come on its own. I found it across the street, so it must be natural to this area, which is why it's growing good. I am not taking it up. I trimmed that one back. Need to pull a few things out of there. Tammy said I probably trimmed my azalea back at the wrong time. Still got a long piece right there I need to get off, but I trimmed it back after it bloomed. And Eli did a real good job of weeding out in here because he did all this. Just a couple of things we need to finish getting out. I just want some ground cover in here, so I might try to see if I can get some ivy to grow. Ain't that right, gal? Where are you going? Where are you going?